Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Today, we're taking a huge step back to really look at the sheer, overwhelming magnitude of being alive in our modern world. I mean, if you've ever felt totally dizzy from the crazy speed of technological change, you are definitely not alone. We're going to unpack a really fascinating perspective on navigating our current tech explosion. Think of it as a narrative about energy, complexity, and ultimately taking the steering wheel of your own life.
Life is freaking magnificent. I am here and you are here. I want you to just pause on that for a second. We wake up every single day in an era where brand new perspectives are being realized across literally every subject imaginable. The complexity of all this newness, it's just constantly expanding around us. You can almost feel the heartbeat of it, this vast energy moving through our deeply complex global system. It's wild.
So let's dive into Section 1, the magnitude of now. Experiencing life on a macro level.
When you really step back and look at the whole narrative of human progress, it is just intoxicating to realize that entirely new creations are being willed into existence every single day. Just look at the sheer velocity of what's happening around us. Giant rockets launching into space as we speak. Humanoid robots, they're actively being programmed and built right now for an entirely new workforce. We're building exponentially more powerful computers almost daily. And then, of course, there's artificial intelligence. It's growing rapidly, integrating directly into our everyday lives, and honestly, doing so without much input from the masses. The scale and speed of these modern innovations are just staggering. It's this rapid, overwhelming explosion of human ingenuity.
Okay, moving on to Section 2, the missing pause button and why we can't stop the ride.
Historically, massive innovation has almost always terrified humanity, which creates a really incredible dichotomy today. We're wired to be cautious, As a species, we usually accept change very, very slowly. So on one side of the narrative, we have our natural human hesitation. We look at AI and robotics, and rightfully so, we feel a bit of fear. We kind of wish we could just press a giant pause button on the world. But then, on the other side, we have this unstoppable, deeply ingrained competitive human nature to seize opportunities and be the absolute first and best. And here is the absolutely crucial point. That competitive drive does not slow down, even when most of us understand very little about the future impact of these changes. Because of that relentless drive to compete, the pause button on technology, it's been buried in a place we can no longer reach.
So, what does this all mean? The ultimate takeaway here is simple. The impact is inevitable. Regardless of whether you totally agree with the pace of innovation and whether you accept these changes right away or drag your feet and accept them slowly, this technological wave is coming for all of us. You simply cannot opt out of the future. Which brings us to Section 3, enjoying the digital ride, using technology to our advantage.
Since we can't stop it, let's totally flip the script. If the ride is inevitable, why don't we actively use this omnipresent technology to our absolute personal advantage? Let's look at how this complexity actually serves us. We become so incredibly accustomed to the future that we forget we are literally surrounded by everyday miracles. Think about the profound ability to have an instant video call with a loved one, or to talk in real time with a friend on the exact opposite side of the planet. We can manage all of our personal and financial business effortlessly through a piece of glass in our pockets. And for the entrepreneurs out there, we now have unprecedented worldwide business possibilities that previous generations couldn't even fathom.
Just look at how accessible success has become in this complex system. If you decide to start an online business today, you really only need a good idea, a phone, and a computer. That is literally it, the whole shebang. We have platforms that allow you to distribute your content instantly and collect payments effortlessly from anywhere on Earth. The barrier to entry for building your dream life has never been lower, and it's entirely because of the exact technology we sometimes fear.
All right, Section 4, owning your choices. Flipping the script on digital habits.
This brings us to a really fascinating plot twist regarding a concept we are all intimately familiar with: doom scrolling. Now, society generally defines this as the negative act of spending excessive time reading large quantities of news online, just mindlessly swiping away your day. It's universally treated as a terrible habit, right? A sign that the technology has totally captured our minds. But here is a completely inverted, deeply empowering viewpoint. The author actually expresses thankfulness for doom scrolling. No way, right? Why? Because they reframe it simply as entertainment and a personal choice. It's a way to learn about things that actually interest you. When you take your phone out and scroll, you are making a conscious choice to be entertained and let time pass without suffering. It's not the machine controlling you, it's you utilizing the machine to relax. Think about the massive power shift this represents in our daily narrative. In the past, large institutions like television networks, radio stations, and massive publishers dictated exactly what you focused your attention on. Not anymore. The power is literally in your hands. You decide whether to doom scroll, listen to music, or binge watch a streaming service. You have absolute control over your choices. The remote control to your brain belongs to you now, not to massive institutions.
So the crucial point is perfectly summarized in this fierce, incredibly empowering statement. I am in charge of my own decline or ascent in this life. I just absolutely love that energy. Even when people criticize what you do, how much you scroll, what you watch, how you work, it is entirely your choice. It is your own life, and the results at the end of the day are yours alone to own or acknowledge. No one else is driving your vehicle.
Finally, Section 5, Thriving in Complexity, the Power of Personal Direction.
Because of this incredible technological complexity, and because of the sheer volume of choices that exist today, your possibilities to thrive, to love, and to succeed are truly unending. The tools are all there, laid out right in front of you. But the real key to unlocking all of this is that you must do it from a state where your body functions well, and you actively take control of the narrative. And that leaves us with this final, incredibly important question to ponder. In a world of infinite complexity, how will you direct your mind today? The ride is magnificent, the technology is absolutely inevitable, and the choices are 100% yours. You are in charge of your own ascent. So grab that steering wheel, appreciate the miracles right there at your fingertips, and direct your mind exactly where you want it to go.